appreciate your time.
You bet.
All right, Representative Brian Bilbray has been very outspoken on the immigration debate. He joins Money Rocks now with his take. Congressman, thank you for joining us. Give us a sense. This is a money show.
Eric. Great to be on the new show.
We'll love having you on the new show. This is a money show. So what I really wanted to talk to you about is, with all the illegal aliens that are coming into the country, not only Arizona, Texas, even the Canadian-American border, give us a sense of how much that's going to cost us. Can we afford providing health care, providing jobs, providing education and protection for all these illegals?
Eric, I used to be the chairman of San Diego County. That's one county. It was hundreds of millions of dollars in health care costs alone just in San Diego County. So when people try to say, oh, don't worry, it'll save us money, you just got to understand, you provide amnesty, you have now qualified the illegals for all of the programs that we guarantee to the people illegally here. And like the sheriff pointed out, you will now send the word around the world, especially to our friends to the south, that we now are going to reward you for breaking our laws. And so why wouldn't they come? I can't, it's almost as if these people really don't want to admit they want to see the illegal activity, because by even talking about illegal immigrants getting amnesty, they are doing all they can to encourage people to come here quickly and get this reward that is not being offered to people that are waiting patiently to play by the rules.
Give us a sense, sir. Can we afford it? I mean, we're talking health care provided to illegals. Go ahead.
You can't afford it. The fact is, you've got to understand that when somebody comes into this country and does not have a high school diploma or equity, we actually are talking about $25,000 to $30,000 a year subsidy for that individual and the family that they need to support, that the government has to pay for. Our safety net costs a lot of money. And the fact is that when you're talking about people that are coming in as laborers, there is no way they can pay the taxes to pay their fair share of the expenses for them to be in the country. It's just not the way our system is designed. And so every undertrained people into the country, that is putting a huge burden on the system that already is breaking at the seams. I mean, when we're talking about trillions of dollars of debt, and then people are saying, oh, don't worry, somehow we'll figure out how to pay for it. That is really, really insincere. And you know what really bugs me is to hear people that have never have to provide the baseline safety programs for those who are legally here like I have. They really don't have the understanding of what huge impact this has on poor working class people, people that are looking for a job. And, just tell next time they say, oh, don't worry, illegals are taking jobs that no one else wants. You tell the unemployed people in this country that love to be working in the construction trade, when 15% of illegals are working in that trade, that a lot of Americans would die for, including my two sons who are in the construction trade and are unemployed right now.
And also, Congressman, we get emails all the time from laborers and carpenters who say, my hourly wage is going down because there's an illegal willing to take less, so therefore my wage has to come down as well. That's a factor?
Absolutely. If you're a rich white entrepreneur, you get to exploit this cheap labor and be able to pencil it. But in the long run, who pays the price and the overhead is not the illegal employer. It's the general population, but disproportionately, it's the working class person who's getting the sweat of their labor being driven down into the bottom. At the same time, you're talking about those same people who got to pay taxes to be able to pay for the services. In my one county of San Diego County, it was estimated being $1 billion, and that was over a decade ago that it was $1 billion. You can imagine, Eric, what that is costing now. So don't tell me that this is all about helping poor people, when in fact it is a whole game of being able to get political advantage and being able to get economic exploitation, so the few benefit off of this under the guise that somehow is humane.
Congressman, I want to get to this. We only have a few seconds left. President Obama today said we've spent a record-setting action to strengthen the border. Do you agree with him?
No, I'm telling you what he's done worse is he's announced to the world that he's going to give amnesty. He says he's talked to everybody. He hasn't talked to Heath Shuler and I, who have the bipartisan bill, the Shuler bill for e-verification, that has had over 230 supporters on that, twice what any other bill. But the president sat down with amnesty those and come down and talk about what we can do to take care of this issue without giving amnesty. And that's the problem. He won't talk to those of us who want enforcement of our laws and security of our border and our neighborhoods.
All right, Representative Brian Bilbray, thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you very much.